Hey YouTube, this is Sandra back again with another YouTube video with Black Knight Studios. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel if you want to follow my journey as a comic book artist. Now back, a little weekly update. So I started off the week with just doing a study for Yoshiyuki Sadamoto's Route 20. I was talking about the one-shot manga. I actually completed it, and you can see the final process of it. I uploaded a short of it, and you can see it on my Instagram. So you could check that out when you get a free time. And I guess the second thing is I barely made any progress with Grimm for the week because I've been having some wrist issues, unfortunately. And I started inking yesterday, so I got to the inking phase, and I did add some like perspective to the comic, to the page, and I added like a little bit like some bubbles, just to spruce things up. And so I completed like the initial sketch of it. However, unfortunately, I've been just having some arm issues, like wrist, it's probably either carpal tunnel or tendonitis, and I don't know. So I've been having to take it easy. My arm and wrist is really good today, so I'll be able to continue inking today. So that's kind of the update for the week as far as the progress goes. So I'm not really happy where I went. I was just, resting my wrist a little bit. So today I might just only do a little bit of drawing, and then I might just do just a little bit of it today. And just take it slow, because drawing is kind of like a trade, really, Same thing with plumbers or carpenters. They eventually develop joint pain if they've been doing it for 10 plus years. I guess I feel like I'm doing the same thing, I feel like the same thing is also happening, to me. I'm 31, I'm getting older, and I kind of feel it, so I'm just gonna take it more slow. So Grimm might not be done as quickly as I expected, but the good news is I have taken photographs. I can convert those into a manga page, so I don't have to ink everything, and that won't be too too hard on my wrist. Of course I'll still draw the characters and ink everything, but all the photographs I took, I'm able to actually just do the process of that and just convert it, so that'll really speed up the process and be less stressful on my wrist. So I'm pretty confident in my abilities with that. So I don't have any issues with that. And I guess, I just been, exhausted for the week. I just had a long week. Christmas is coming up and everything. So, I am, just keep doing my studies. My next study I'm going to do is I'm gonna do like a Marvel comic. I want to eventually move on to and do Jim Lee, just do some other artists. I really like Jim Lee's work. I love how he just draws the heroes and stuff, and his coloring. So I really love when I look at Western comics, I'm a big fan of the DuckTales one. So I'm gonna probably attempt some more studies. I don't just want to draw manga. I also want to try and explore other avenues. So, of course, I still study real life and everything. I did a still life a week ago. I haven't drawn a lot from life, unfortunately. I've just been a little busy, but I still try to. I signed up for a figure drawing class in January. It'll be a figure drawing session, so I'm pretty excited about that. See my old art teacher. I haven't seen her in over a year. So, just to, just to continue practicing and everything. What else do I got here for the week? I guess that's about it. Yeah, it's getting, it was crazy warm. Yesterday was 53 degrees here, so that was pretty nice in December. I love that, It's gonna warm up again. This temperature is just going crazy. 2 more months of winter. It's ugh. I hate winter, guys. I hate winter. I hate, I hate it, but I gotta do what I gotta do, Someday I could live someplace warm, but for now I live here, so it's kind of the spiel. Oh yeah, so going back to my study, so there's one thing I have in specific. I found this YouTuber, I forgot his name, but eventually I'll obviously talk more about him the following week. So he uploaded a sketch of his comic books, but then he also walked you through a tutorial. So I'm going to walk through a coloring tutorial because I want to get better with my coloring. And I feel like with this Yoshiyuki Sadamoto's, he did Evangelion. He was the concept artist for it. I really liked his work. It's realistic, and also, but it has some cartoony stuff. So I've been practicing some watercolors, but now I'm going to do some more digital work and do more landscape, something that's easy on my wrist, that's a little quick and stuff. I feel like it's just a drawing, but painting actually hasn't been too bad on my wrist, so maybe I'll do more traditional stuff. But Yeah, but the Grimm is still coming along. I will hopefully get page 2 done by next week. I hope, with the holidays coming up and, taking it a little slower. So, but I feel confident my wrist and my arm has, recovered and all. I also like weightlift and I cycle and stuff like that. So, and I run. I haven't done running because it's been super cold outside. When I get home from work, it's already dark. So, you know, so that hasn't been really, but I know we're gonna have some warmer days, so I'll probably be able to go for a nice jog like on Thursday or something. I think on Christmas Day, so that's pretty exciting. Like I'll be able to, still gear up, or go cycling. It'll be pretty cool though, as long as it doesn't rain. It's like, yeah. So yeah, that's about the week for a little weekly update and what's going on with me. So I hope you guys all will be getting ready for the holidays and have a good Christmas, and I will see you all next week. Ciao.